My boyfriend ignored me while I was being harassed at the bar until the bartender said, if she was mine, I'd be right next to her. He crashed out the second we walked into the bar, and my boyfriend saw his buddies playing darts at the back. He abandoned me at a tall table near the entrance. I was sipping on a drink I didn't really want when some drunk guy sat on the stool next to mine. Hey gorgeous, why are you sitting here all alone? He slurred, putting his hand on my thigh. I jerked away, looking desperately toward the dartboard where my boyfriend was laughing with his friends, but he hadn't noticed what was happening. Why don't you and me go somewhere quieter? I've got a really nice car. I scooted away and told him I wasn't interested, but he leaned even closer. Playing hard to get? I like that. His fingers traced up my arm and I felt my stomach turn. Need another drink or are you good? Said a voice from behind the bar. I looked up to see the bartender watching me with concern in his eyes. I'm Daniel. He glanced at the drunk guy, who was still sitting way too close. Sir, there's plenty of other seats available if you want to spread out a bit. The drunk guy muttered something about just having a conversation, but Daniel kept staring at him until he finally grabbed his beer and went away. I felt my shoulders relax for the first time since we got here. Daniel grabbed a glass of ice water and set it in front of me without asking. If that guy comes back over here, you just let me know. This complete stranger had done more to make me feel safe in 5 minutes than my boyfriend had done all night. Thank you. My boyfriend's supposed to be here with me, but he's busy playing darts with his friends. Daniel looked toward the dartboard in the back corner where my boyfriend was cheering after hitting a bullseye. Yeah, I've seen him here before actually. He paused like he was deciding if he should say more. Last weekend he was here until last call. I remember thinking his girlfriend must be super understanding because most people don't love being ditched for darts all night. I felt something twist in my chest. He told me he was homesick last weekend. Daniel stopped wiping and looked at me with something between pity and anger. Listen, it's not my place to get involved, but I've been doing this job long enough to know what it looks like when someone doesn't feel safe. He nodded toward where the drunk guy was now bothering someone else. A good boyfriend wouldn't let that happen to you. I thought about all the times my boyfriend told me I was overreacting when guys made me uncomfortable, and how he said I should take it as a compliment when men hit on me. My boyfriend still hadn't even glanced in my direction to see if I was okay, or still sitting where he left me an hour ago. The drunk guy must have seen me sitting alone again, because he started making his way back toward my end of the bar with this creepy smile on his face. Hey beautiful, your friend leave you all alone again? He slurred, reaching for my arm. Daniel appeared between us so fast I didn't even see him move. Buddy, I already asked you once to give the lady some space. The drunk guy tried to push past him, but Daniel stood firm with his hand up. If you can't respect my other customers, you're going to have to leave. That's when my boyfriend finally looked up from his dart game. My boyfriend walked over with this sudden urgency like he'd been paying attention the whole time. What's going on here? He demanded, putting his arm around my shoulders. Is this guy bothering you, babe? Daniel stepped back and crossed his arms. I'm just doing my job and making sure all my customers feel safe. My boyfriend puffed up his chest and said, well, I'm here now, so you can go back to pouring drinks. Daniel tilted his head slightly. Oh, you're here now? That's interesting, because you've been here for over an hour, and this is the first time you've stood within 15 feet of your girlfriend. My boyfriend's face went red. I was with my friends. She knows that. Daniel glanced at me and then back at my boyfriend. Right, your friends. You know what I think about when I see guys like you come in here? I always think if that was my girlfriend sitting alone getting harassed by drunk creeps, I'd be right next to her making sure she felt comfortable, not playing darts in the back like I came here by myself. But maybe that's just me having old-fashioned ideas about how you treat someone you actually care about. My boyfriend's mouth fell open. After Daniel walked away to check on other customers, my boyfriend turned to me and said, that bartender was completely out of line. Well, where were you? His mouth opened, but nothing came out.